I just added Zorana to the shelf. I might be saying her name right. I don't know. I'm not that into G.I. Joe. I just see the figures that really speak to me. And this Classified series is fantastic. Like, it is so good. It is so fantastic. And this one, I wanted, man. I wanted. There were so many things here that spoke to me. One, I love the jeans look, this punk look that she's got going on. I really like this leather jacket that she's cut up and turned into her own thing. Sorry. The gun spoke to me, man. Look at that gun. She has a buzzsaw on the... That's amazing. I don't care. That's so good. I liked her hairstyle. I liked her punk look. She has abs, man. That's really cool. To me, to somebody like me, I like Red Sonja. I like my Wonder Woman to have a little bit of muscle. I like my women, my warrior women, especially in figures. If they're going to be warriors, I need to believe that they can be warriors. I need to believe it. Like, look, when you come up here, you could tell she's not just Tila the sorceress. She looks different from her mother's body type because she was a warrior first and foremost. Look at them arms. She has abs. Look at Red Sonja. Yeah, she's a bombshell and everything like that, but she has abs. She has actual muscle definition in her legs. This is something that I want in my figures. For that matter, Tyra's Flare back there is crazy built. Why? Because she's a warrior woman. These people wouldn't be Dax from Star Trek. It's not the same thing. It is absolutely not the same thing. This is very different. When I come over here, I expect that certain characters, like, you're invincible. Does it matter that you look like a supermodel-esque thing? No, not necessarily. I don't think it hits the same way because of what you are. You have superpowers and stuff like that. But you, I expect that if you are holding your own, you better look like you could actually hold your own. You better be in good shape, and it better be believable. I mean, would you want super skinny Wolverine with no muscles? Does that make sense? Do you buy that for even a second? Would you rather have permacut, permaflex Cyclops that actually looks like he could handle his stuff? Yes, you would. The more human they are, the more I feel like they need to look like they could actually handle themselves in battle. So, when you gave me her, and one of her selling points was that she had actual muscles, that immediately got my attention. Here she is, up on the shelf, and I don't have much G.I. Joe yet. I simply don't. I have Snake Eyes. I may be getting a second Snake Eyes, because I like this a lot, but there's two Snake Eyes that come with Timber, and there's now a Desert Snake Eyes. I like that Desert Snake Eyes, and I want Timber. I got to figure out which one of those Snake Eyes is worth it. I got Scarlet, because Scarlet I've always associated as being a partner of Snake Eyes. Is that my favorite suit? Not necessarily, but I'm also not 100% into the next one that's coming out. She's fine. I don't hate her. But I got her mainly because of Snake Eyes. That there is Jungle Recondo. And we've already done some videos with him because I have two associations with him. One, my friend had this figure, and then later on I got this figure. So I had him in his retro costume, which is coming up. They're releasing his retro look. I can't wait to own his retro look. I'm actually really looking forward to that, because then I'll have Jungle, and I'll have the Jungle that I, one, grew up with, and two, I loved in action figure therapy. Hell yeah. So that's really cool. I got Lady J twice. I got her for a comparison. I got this one first. And then I came across that one at a convention and decided to go ahead and update, because I wanted to see what the difference was between the two. And I made different references, like I actually like her makeup more as opposed to her look in general, but I like her hair. And I liked her hat over the hair and hat that we got with her. Even though it's about the same, it does make a little bit of difference with that blue. And I liked her color and stuff like that. So there were major differences when I actually went over these two and talked about them. There were things I liked from each of them. Baroness I got because she is awesome. She cut that spy motif, right? That really cool femme fatale spy motif. I really enjoyed that. and she's got the sniper rifle and everything, which I actually liked a lot, which is another thing for this idea. I didn't mind the way they ran her body cap because I don't believe that she's getting in close and personal and fighting with knives and stuff. Not that she couldn't, but she's not built like this lady right here, and maybe there's a specific reason for that. It tells a story between the body types of characters immediately as to what kind of life they lived and what they focus on in terms of their guns, their hunting, their moving, their walking, what they're built for. Some people are built more in a cardio state body, while some people are built more for bulk. I like that, actually. I think that's really cool. Look at that. I got Storm Shadow and I got Cobra Commander. And that is the entirety of the Joes that I have right now. It's not very many. I'm just getting into this line in reality. I loved G.I. Joe when I was growing up, but I never watched the show. I just went to the store and bought the figures and made up storylines as to what I saw. I got a ninja dude. I was like, cool, ninja dude. And I made up my own story as to what Snake Eyes was and why they called him Snake Eyes and so on and so forth. I got her, I made up my own story. Him, I got him, I made up my own story. Sometimes they weren't all bad guys and they weren't all good guys. And sometimes, like somebody like her, dude, if I'd have had her when I was growing up, I'd have straight up done, and this was something that we did back then. We used to get figures and then do things like zombie apocalypse games where we'd be like, okay, so we're a military unit, we're out in this area, and then all of a sudden Night of the Living Dead actually happens and we have to survive and yada yada. I'd have put her like literally in Dawn of the Dead, a shopping mall or something like that. And then after her attack or whatever, she fashions her own special gun and she's like, I just made stories up. That's what I did with G.I. Joe. And I'm really liking getting into this line and getting some of these figures for what it's worth. But adding her to the shelf, she was just really cool. And it really sparked my imagination and re-interest almost immediately. And there is a lot of Joes that I'm looking to get, like Duke and whatnot, coming up in the retro wave, because I missed out on getting Duke. I wish I could have got Beachhead, but like now he's pretty expensive, and I don't know what to do. I may have to bite the bullet and get one, because I love Beachhead. He's one of the figures that I actually had, and I remember and I like a lot. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But regardless, this whole thing started because I was just gonna say I added her to the shelf. Because she caught my attention. She's awesome.